Okay, we finished the cetasika, so now we can start the sampayoganaya, right? A lot of numbers. A lot of numbers. Sampayoganaya. There is altogether 19. 19 sampayoganaya. So, sampayoganaya will take citasikas, and we see in which cittas they occur. Which cittas they occur. Right? So let's review the citasikas for a moment. We have citasikas, how many? 52. Then we can divide them how? 3. Divide them into, for example, what? Sabba citta sadhana. Sabba citta sadhana. How many? 7. Then, after that we have how many? 6. Then we have akusala, right? Let me put akusala here. How many total? 14. How we divide them? We have akusala, sadharana. How many? 4. And then we have lobha group, lobhadi, ika, 3. Then we have dosa group, dosadi, chatuka, 4. And then we have inamita, dukkha group. And then we have vichikicha by itself. Okay. 14 kusala. And then we have what? Kusala? No, solana, right? Solana. 19 solana. We divide them into? What is the first group within solana? Sohana or sadhana? 25. Sorry, 25. Not 19. Sohana sadhana. And then we have Virati, right? Yes. Or you could say Sohana asadhara here. Asadharana. Asadharana. Virati, 3. And then we have Apamanya. Apamanya, 2. And Panindriya. Yeah, by itself. Panindriya. Okay, because now, okay, so now we have Sabba Citta Sadhana. Easy, right? Sabba Citta Sadhana Cittasikas. They are rising Sabba Citta. All Citta, right? So they are rising all Cittas. Finish. This is the first sampayoganaya. So there is one sampayoganaya for 7 cittasikas. You understand? One sampayoganaya which applies to these 7 cittasikas of Sabba Citta Sadhana, right? Okay. So 1 for Sabba Citta Sadhana. This is sampayoganaya. 1 sampayoganaya for Sabba Citta Sadhana cittasika. They arise in all cittas. If it's in all cittas, you can say 89 cittas. And they do not arise in 0. Okay, so we'll put like they arise and they don't arise. Okay?
Okay, which one?
Is it recorded?
Yes.
Very good. Here. Okay.
I think miss money.
Here. But the mic is too close.
Ah.
I think. And it will not sound. This, I think, is okay. Okay. Hey. Easy, no? Savajita sadharana. Finish. Next group. We have Pakinaka, right? Okay, Pakinaka. I prefer this side of the pen. Pakinaka. How is Pakinaka in English? Pakinaka in English? General? No. Miscellaneous. Occasionals. Sundries. 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 Occasional. I prefer maybe occasionals. Sundries is I don't know, it's a strange translation, but it's something you can just scatter here and there. Scatter, like in food, as in food. You know, like dried fruits and all. Things that you dry in the sun, foods that you dry in the sun. So you can scatter on the food. So these citasikas are scattered in the cittas. Okay. So sampayoganaya of pakinaka citasikas. Okay. This one is not so simple. We have to see one by one, right? So vitaka. Okay, what are the 6? Vitaka, vichara, piti? No, adimoka, right? Not piti. Adimoka, and then virya, and then piti, and then chanda. Okay, 6. Now vitaka. Vitaka, this you have to remember. Vitaka occurs in 54, you see, 54 kamavachara cittas minus 10 vijnana. Because the vijnanas are very weak, very rudimentary, very weak. So it arises in 44 cittas, so that's 44, in the kamavachara realm. And it also arises in 11 first jhanas. First jhanas. So altogether, 55. 55 chittas have vitaka. Maybe I'll put a little more brief. Okay, 44 over here, and then 11 what? First jhanas. First jhanas. Okay? 11, this is 11, okay? 11. So altogether you have 55 chittas which have vitaka and 66 which do not have vitaka, you see? Why do I put 66 and I don't put 33, 34? Because vitaka is a jhana factor. So when you have a jhana factor, then you have to separate the lokuttara chittas. Okay? So there is these two methods, short method. You use the short method when you're talking about a non-jhana factor, non-jhananga, okay? Non-jhananga, you use a short method. Short method is 54 kamavachara, and then 15 rupavachara, 12 arupavachara, and 8 lokuttara. Mahagata? Yeah, you want to put 27 Mahagata? Or 35 apana, 35 jhana chittas? Yes. Yeah, you can of course make it simpler, but when you're thinking about citasikas, sometimes you have to divide them. So this is the standard we were using. Of course, you can simplify this into 89, no? But that's not the point. You have to see in which ones the citasikas arise and do not arise. So you have to divide them a little bit. So this is the short method. If you're talking about a jhananga, vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, kagata. you'll have to use, or it's better, it's easier if you use the, let's say, long method. Long method is 54 Kamavachra, and then you do the jhana table. Do you remember we did jhana table? Remember we did a jhana table. How many first jhanas we had? 11. So you have 11 first jhanas, 11 second jhanas, 11 third jhanas, 11 fourth jhanas, and 23 fifth jhanas. So you have to remember this, 11, 11, 11, 11, 23. This can help you, it's faster. Okay? Huh?
1, 2, 3.
Yes. 11, 11, 11, 11, 23. So here, we're talking about Vitakka. Vitakka is a jhana factor, right? Here, we have jhana factor here, jhana factor. Why not? Ah, okay. Here, Vitakka is a jhana factor. Vichara is a jhana factor. What else is a jhana factor? Piti is a jhana factor. Okay. So this is Vitakka, you see? It arises in all Kamavachara Cittas except 10 Vijnana. What are 10 Vijnana? Chaku, Sota, Gana, Jiva, and Kaya. Kusala Vipaka, Akusala Vipaka. 10 Vijnana. Also we call them Dvipancha Vijnana, right? 2-5 Vijnana. 2-5 Vijnanas. Dvipancha Vijnana. 10 Vijnanas. So those 10 Vijnanas are very weak, very simple Cittas. They arise also in the Chaku Pasada as a base, not Hadaya Vatu, where the stronger Cittas arise. So very weak Cittas in these material bases, in the first 5 Vatu Rupas, right? Chaku Pasada or Chaku Vatu, Sota, Ghana, Jiva, and Kaya. Okay? So they do not have Vitakka. And then we have the first jhanas which have Vitakka. So we can call them Savitakka Cittas as well. We can call them Savitakka. 11 Savitakka Cittas. So altogether 55. And then those that do not have Vitakka are 66 because Vitakka is a jhana factor. So we count 121. You have to divide. Right? Because if you take, with Vitakka, if you take the short method, then some of these Cittas have Vitakka, some do not. So you have to divide this. You understand? So this doesn't work very well. So you take here, 11 first jhanas have Vitakka and the others do not. Easier. Okay? I'll need more space, I think. So this was Vitakka, no? Savitakka? Okay. Now Vichara. Vichara is also a jhana factor. Let's put it as yellow. Vichara. So Vichara, whenever there is Vitakka, there is Vichara. That's the normal standard. Okay, but the only difference is in the second jhana, with meditation development, you can separate them. Only at that time they are separated. So Vichara, we can say these 55 Cittas, which are called Savitakka Cittas, have Vichara, okay, plus 11 second jhanas. You see? 11 second jhanas. Right? Do you follow? So this includes first jhana.
Where there is Vichara.
Where there is Vitakka,
There is Vichara.
there is Vichara. Where there is Vitakka, 55, there is also Vichara for sure. But in the second jhana, we remove Vitakka. So Vichara appears in 11 extra Cittas. Do you understand the difference? What is the Chitta chart? Cittas, we have how many? 89 or 1 to 1. We have here akusala, 12 cittas. We have lobha, mula, citta, 8. Dosa mula citta, 2. Moha mula citta, 2. Then we have ahetukas, 18, right? 18. And then we have akusala, vipaka, 7. And then we have ahetuka, kusala vipaka, 8. And then we have ahetuka, kiriya, 3. And then we have sobana, kama sobana, 24. We have 8 mahakusala, 8 mahavipaka, 8 mahakiriya, and then rupavachara, 15. We have 5 kusala, 5 vipaka, 5 kiriya, right? And then, okay, I'll put over here. Rupavachara, arupavachara. Yes, this should be very arupavachara. 12. We have how many? 4 kusala, 4 vipaka, 4 kiriya. And then lokutara. Lokutara, 8 or 20. Sorry, or 40. Then we have 4 magga, okay, 4 magga in simple 4 magga, 4 pala. Right? And then if you have in this is time the 5 jhanas. Okay. So this chart, we have to review it many times. So vichara occurs over there in those savitaka cittas, which are 44 kamavachara, and first 11 first jhanas, which include lokutara, 11 first jhanas, right? How many first jhanas in rupavachara? First jhanas in rupavachara? Rupavachara. How many? 11? 3. 1 kusala, 1 vipaka, 1 kiriya. Arupavachara? 0. No? Only 5th jhanas in Arupavachara. And then Lokutara, you have 1 magga, 1 pala, 1 magga, 1 pala, 1 magga, 1 pala, 1 magga, 1 pala, 8. So a total of 11 first jhanas. Okay? So this cetasika is there in all of them. So these 11 first jhanas over here, see? Okay? Follow? Okay. Vichara, all the 55 with vitaka plus second jhana cittas, which are the same, we count the same. 3 rupavacharas, 8 lokutara. Okay? Okay. Vichara. Let's do piti. No, not piti. Adhimokkha. Adhimokkha. Adhimokkha cetasika. Okay, what is the rule? You have to remember for adhimokkha determination, it occurs in 78 cittas. The Dvipancha Vijnana, so you have maybe, let's put 89 minus Dvipancha Vijnana, 10 Vijnana, minus Vichikitsa Sampayutta Chitta. So altogether you have 78. 78 chittas it occurs, and in 11 it does not occur. We don't need to put 121 over there because it's not a jhana factor. It doesn't make any difference in terms of lokutara. Okay?
So adhimokkha, you have to remember these like a rule. Adhimokkha doesn't arise in ten vijnana, and it doesn't arise in the vichikita sampayutta chitta. You have to remember that. Jhana is there in the jhanas. All jhanas have adhimokkha. Okay? Adhimokkha is like, remember that like determination? Determination, we discussed. Not the decision that happens in the viti, that's also adhimokkha. At that time, adhimokkha is very prominent. But adhimokkha is in most chittas. Okay? So, it arises, you see, you can take all chittas, minus the 10 vijnana because they are very weak, very rudimentary, so no adhimokkha. And the vichikita sampayutta, because of the doubt, there is no, this determination cannot arise with the doubt, right? They are like opposites, no? You cannot decide something with doubt. So that adhimokkha is not there.
Cetasika never arise in vichikita.
Yes. Yes. So that's the rule, you see? Okay? Adhimokkha. Next one, virya, right? Okay, virya. Virya, you have to remember, it does not arise in the weak chittas. So, Magavihari Bhante gave us a useful classification of chittas. We have the weak chittas, and then we have weaker chittas, a little more weak than this, and then we have the weakest. Yes, weakest chittas, weakest. Okay, weak, weaker, and weakest. So weak chittas, or let's start from the weakest chittas, are 10 vijnana. 10 vijnana. Weakest chittas, the weakest chittas. Only 10, only these 10. Okay? Then weaker chitta, because they arise in a different base, you know? Not Hadaya Vatu, they arise in the other Vatus. Very weak. Just one chitta finish. Right? They are very weak. Weaker chittas are a little stronger than the weakest, right? They are the first 16 ahetukas. The first 16, remember this number, ahetukas. So ahetuka chittas tend to be weak already, right? Because no hetu, right? But the first 16 are especially weak because they have no virya. The first 16 ahetukas have no virya. That makes them particularly weak. No virya. First 16 ahetukas. Yes, includes the 10 vijnana, yes. So first 16 ahetukas, the only ahetukas that are not included is Manodvara Vajana and Hasitupada.
The Vijnana is two groups.
It's in two groups, yes. It's in three groups actually. Yes. So the weak chittas are ahetuka chittas and momuha. Okay? So you see we have 10 weakest chittas, we have 16 weak chittas, and we have here 20 weak chittas. These weak chittas have no chanda. Okay? So if you can remember this, it can make these things easier for you to remember. So virya doesn't arise in the weak chittas, weaker chittas. So we can say maybe 89 minus 16 weaker chittas, which are the first 16 ahetukas. Okay? The first 16 ahetukas. The first 16 in a row, from Chakovinyana until Panchadwara Vajana. Okay, so the first 16 Ahetukas do not have Vidya. So altogether, we have 73, right? 73 and I think 16, no? 16, yes. Okay? This is the sampayoganaya of Vidya. Have to remember, not in the weaker cittas. If you remember that, you have it. And weakest. Okay? Adhimokkha Virya. Now, Vitaka Vichara Adhimokkha Virya Piti. Okay, Piti is Jananga, right? Piti is Jananga. Piti is Jananga. So we have to divide the Lokuttaras. We have to divide the Lokuttaras. For Piti, what is the rule? How to remember Piti? Piti arises with the Somanasa Vedana. Remember? Remember we have Vedana? Classification of Vedana. How many Vedanas we have? We can divide it into three, like into 3, and then we have Vedana into 5, right? Yes. First was Dukkha, Sukha, and then Adukkha, Adukkhamasukha. Okay. Adukkhamasukha Vedana. Now, Dukkha Vedana in the Indriya Bheda, division according to faculty. This one, Anubhavana Vedana, I think it was, Anubhavana Vedana, Bheda, I think. Have to confirm this, to be confirmed. Anubhavana, I think it's correct, yeah. So we have, Dukkha becomes Dukkha and Domanasa. Remember, Dukkha is only in the Kaya Vijnana. Only one chitta has Dukkha. Domanasa, all the 2 dosamula chittas. Domanasa. Then we have Sukha and Somanasa. Okay, and then Upekha. Okay. Now, Sukha and Somanasa. Here, remember how many chittas these appear? Sukha. Huh? If you take Sukha over here, then it's 63, remember? 63, no?
Yes.
Then, if you divide into Sukha and Somanasa, Sukha is only the Kaya Vijnana, and then 62 Somanasa. Okay? So this, you have to kind of remember this in order to know the Piti. Piti arises in the Somanasa, 62 Somanasa. Wait, let me finish. 62 Somanasa Sahagata, right? 62 Somanasa Sahagata, but these Somanasa Sahagatas include the jhanas, and the 4th jhana have no Piti. That's the difference. How many 4th jhanas? Remember the jhana chart? 11, 11, 11, 11, 23. So 11 for 4th jhana. So minus 11 4th jhanas. No. How much? Yes, 51. 51, and it does not occur. Here you can put, because it's Piti, you put in 121 method, long method. So how many? 51, 70, right? 70, right? Yeah, 70. It does not arise in 70 chittas. Do you follow? Everybody very quiet? You have to understand. Okay, try to follow with your understanding. Think by yourself. Don't just listen to me. No, think by yourself. Okay, do you understand? 51. Why? Which 51? All the Somanasa Cittas have Piti except the fourth jhanas. Finish. That's it. Fourth jhana. First jhana has the Somanasa, right? Remember in the jhana, the Somanasa is called Sukha. Be careful with that. It's not this Sukha. The Sukha in the jhana is not this Sukha. Could be, you could say it's Sukha, but it's not in the Indriya Bheda, which includes the Kaya Vijnana. It's this Somanasa here is called Sukha in the jhana. Normally we say Somanasa. Remember? Somanasa Sahagatang in the name of the Cittas most of the time, right? In the jhanas we say Sukha, but it's a Somanasa Vedana. Anubhavana? Anubhavana Bheda. Is Vedana divided according to how it experiences the object? Anubhavana, like experiencing. The characteristic of Vedana is Anubhavana, right? So, Vedana experiences the object as threefold ways, you see? As either dukkha or sukha or adukkhama sukha. That's how Vedana experiences the object. These are the options. But according to Indriya, then you have Kaya here. Then you divide into Kaya or Mano. Separate. Kaya, the dukkha Vedana of Kaya is called dukkha. Dukkha Vedana of the mind, Mano, is called Domanasa. Huh? How many Cittas? Dukkha we have here only one, Kaya Vijnana. Dukkha Kaya Vijnana Kusala Vipaka, and Domanasa two Dosamula Cittas. Here we have three. Those three over here are here, see, together. Adukkhama Sukha, how many? Is the same as Upekkha. I think it was 50 something, remember? Huh? I have to count. You want to count? Certain numbers I know, like I memorize. Certain numbers I don't know. I have to count. This is very useful. You have to kind of remember. Otherwise, counting these is very painful. In the exam, you have to count 4 lobha mula cittas. And then you forget hasitupada, and then right? Yes. How many upekkas? I would like to know. I haven't memorized this. Upekka. Okay. How many upekkas? We have 4 lobha mula cittas, upekka, right? Upekka. 4 lobha mula cittas, no dosa. 2 moha mula cittas. And then ahetukas, we have 7 akusala vipaka, but only 6 are upekka. And then 6 ahetuka kusala vipaka. And then we have only 2 ahetuka kiryas. Hasitupada, don't forget, right? So this is kamavachara. No, sorry, now there is these are asobanas. Now we have 12 kamasobana with upekka. And then we have 23 jhanas, right? Yes. You don't need to think of rupa vachara, arupa vachara, lokuttara. It will take longer. You just remember 11, 11, 11, 11, 23, that chart. So you see it. These are the upekka vedanas. You see? 6 and 12, 18, 20, 32, 52, 55. Yes. Yes, that's the number I remember. Something like that. So let's see if it matches. 55 and 66. 55 plus 60, 105, no, 115, and plus 6, 121. Okay, finish. Basic mathematics. Bhikkhu should know, right? This is okay? So you understand? Vedana is 3 according to how it experiences the object, and it is 5 if we divide that according to the faculties, body and mind. Okay? So now, Piti arises in these 62 Somanasa Sahagata minus 11 fourth jhanas, 51. You don't have to memorize all these numbers. If you can, like, it's quick, it's nice, but most important is that you can count. So you have to really have in mind is the list of cetasikas, and you have to have in mind the list of cittas, and you have to have in mind certain rules. Like Vidya is not in the first 16 ahetukas. You have to remember that. And if you remember these things, you can do the mathematics by yourself. There is also the gathas. You can learn the gathas. The gathas give the numbers. Okay. PT is okay?
No,
You have to, yeah, digest it. Like PT arises with the Somanasa. PT? Those 51, where do they come from? Somanasa cittas, Somanasa Sahagata cittas have PT. Okay? Whenever there is PT, there is Somanasa Sahagata. You cannot have PT with Upekha Vedana. You cannot have PT with the Domanasa Vedana, Dukkha Vedana. So only with the Somanasa. Okay? So there are 62 cittas with Somanasa. You follow? 62 cittas with Somanasa. We already did the counting. 62 cittas with, you want to count? 62 cittas with Somanasa? You want to count it once? Together? Okay, you count. Tell me. Always in the same order. Always in the same order. Go. So, Lobamula cittas. 4 Lobamula cittas with Somanasa. And then, Dosamula cittas, Mohamula cittas, nothing. Now, Ahetukas. How many Ahetukas Akusala Vipaka? No Somanasa. Kusala Vipaka. There is one Sukha Kaya Vijnana, but here it has no piti, it's too weak. Very weak chitta, no piti. But there is one Somanasa, right? What is that? Somanasa Santirana. Ahetuka Kusala Vipaka. And then we have now Ahetuka Kiriya Chittas. Hasitupada. Don't forget this one. Okay. Now, Kama Sobanas are easy. 12. Right? Everything is almost 12. 12 Upeka, 12 Vijnana, 12 Asankara, 12 Sasankara, everything is 12, right? So, 12 with Somanasa. Now, think about 11, 11, 11, 11, 23. First jhanas, we have. Second jhanas, have. Third jhanas, have. Fourth jhanas, have. Fifth jhanas, we don't have Somanasa. So 4 times 11, 44. 4 times 11, 44. So these are the chittas with Somanasa, you see. You see, 5, 6, 18, 62. Okay. Yes. So these are Somanasa Sahagata, but so Piti is with them. Almost in all of them, only the 4th jhana doesn't have Piti. Yes. Because Piti is grosser. Is grosser. Remember, when we are developing jhana, we refine the mind by removing the gross factor, the gross cetasika. So Piti is grosser than Somanasa Vedana. Somanasa Vedana is more peaceful than the Piti. Piti is a little agitated, a little excited, or it leads to that. Okay? So 62 Somanasa minus 4th jhanas. 51 chittas with piti. And then 70 have no piti. Okay? Okay. Piti. Next one, chanda, right? Chanda. So chanda does not arise. Okay, 89, since it's not a jhana factor, you see 89. And it does not arise in the weak chittas. Weak chittas. Weak chittas. What are the weak chittas? Do you remember? Ahetukas and momuha. Ahetukas and momuha, no? Momuha. Ahetukas and momuha. Okay? So you could say also ahetukas and ekahetukas. Right? Ahetukas and ekahetukas. Right? So dvihetukas and trihetukas, they all have chanda. Do you follow? Ahetukas are weak, no chanda. And then muha are ekahetu and also have no chanda. Okay? So 89 minus 20, 69. 69 cittas have chanda and 20 do not have chanda. Okay, if you remember this, then you have it. Not difficult. Digest it? Huh? Supavasu? Okay, chanda. So now we have finished pakinaka. Okay, so pakinaka. Pakinaka, okay, we finished these. How many sampayoganaya for pakinakas? Sabachita sadharanas, we have 7 cetasikas, but only 1 sampayoganaya. Do you understand? One method, sampayoganaya is like method. Method of sampayoga is like method of what? You understand? Huh? Pakinaka we have 6 cetasikas, but only how many? How many sampayoganaya? 6 sampayoganaya. Sampayoganaya. Okay, 6 sampayoganaya. Each cetasika is different from the other, so each one has its own. Good? Follow? Mark. What comes after pakinaka? Pakinaka, akusala cetasikas, right? Okay. Akusala cetasikas. First group of akusala cetasikas are akusala sadharanas cetasikas. Altogether 4 cetasikas. Which are they? Not dosa. Moha. Yes, moha, hirika, notapa, uddacha. Okay. Moha, hirika, notapa, uddacha, they all have the same naya. Akusala sadharana. You see, it's already here in the name. It arises in all 12 akusala cittas. Finish. So we have 12 cittas with them and 89 minus 12, 77 without them. Finish. Easy, no? Easy. Easy peasy. Easy, no? Now, after akusala sadharana we have lobhaditika. Lobhaditika. Okay, then we have lobha. Okay, this one, lobha and diti and mana have different nayas. You have to separate them, right? So lobha first. Lobha occurs in lobha mula chitta, right? 8 lobha mula chitta. Easy. Finished. 8 occurs in 8, does not occur in 81. Okay. Very easy. No, not 81 loga chitta, right? Okay. Lobha. Now diti. Diti arise in dittigata sampayutta chitta, right? For dittigata sampayutta chitta. Dittigata sampayutta chitta. Sampayutta chitta. Finish. So it arises in 4 and it does not arise in 85. Okay, mana. Remember mana, they both take self as object, you know? Self as object. So they cannot arise together. Okay. Mana. Now for the first time something different will happen. Mana occurs in 4 ditthigata vipayutta citta sometimes. Not always, right? So far we haven't said anything about always or sometimes. They are always in those cittas, the previous ones. But this one is in the 4 ditthigata vipayuttas sometimes. So you have to write this. If you do not add sometimes, it's wrong. Sometimes. Okay? In the 4 ditthigata vipayutta, sometimes. Okay. So 485. Okay. This is lobaditthika. So lobaditthika, here we have 1 naya, and here we have 3 naya. Okay? Easy? Later I'll ask you questions. Okay. Huh? Sorry? Today you want? No, I think maybe not today, but yeah, today I'll give you a quiz at the end. I'll give you a quiz at the end. But maybe not about this. Okay? So, lobaditthika, now dosadi chatuka, right? Dosadi chatuka, we have 4 cetasikas here. Which are they? Dosa, Isa, Macharya, and Kukucha. Okay. Now, let's see. Dosa arises in 2 dosa mula citta. Easy. It arises in 2 cittas, does not arise in 87. Very easy. Naya. Now, Isa, Macharya, and Kukucha, they arise in 2 dosa mula citta as well. But why are they not together with dosa? Here, these 3, they arise in 2 dosa mula cittas. Sometimes, and separately. Okay, if you just write sometimes, it sounds like they arise sometimes together. So you have to say sometimes separately. Okay? Sometimes separately. Yes, sometimes dosa, only dosa. Sometimes dosa with Isa. Sometimes dosa with Kukucha, Macharya. Sometimes dosa with Kukucha. Okay? So the numbers are the same. They arise in 2 cittas only. But it's a different naya because this is only sometimes and separately. So dosadi chatuka has 2 nayas. You understand? 2 naya. 2 naya. Dosadi chatuka. You understand sometimes separately? Okay. You have to put a comma. Sometimes, comma, separately. You know the Pali terms for this, I think we have these terms, Nana Yogi. Let me see if I can remember them. We have, Sahayogi, and then we have Nana Yogi, and then we have Niyata Yogi, and I think it's Aniyata Yogi. Right? I think there was also Kadachi Yogi, no? Aniyata is also called Kadachi. Kadachi Yogi. I think Nana Yogi, Sahayogi, Niyata Yogi. Visum Yogi. You remember this? Visung yogi. Saha yogi, Visung yogi, no? I think it's here, no? Visung yogi. Yeah, Visung yogi, no? Visung. Let me just double check. Yeah. Visung yogi is together with the Nana yogi. Right? Visung yogi is here. Visung yogi. Yes, Nana yogi. Saha yogi means they are always together, right? Always together. Nana yogi means they are always separate. Niyata yogi means they always occur. And this one, Kadachi yogi means sometimes. Okay, so you can use these terms. Okay? Saha yogi, Nana yogi, Niyata yogi, Aniyata yogi. So, these cittas are what here? Sometimes is Kadachi yogi or Aniyata yogi, right? Aniyata yogi or sometimes. Okay? And how do we say separately? Nana yogi or Visung yogi. Yes. Visung is like by itself, no? Visung. Yeah. Okay? Dosadi Chatuka digested? Is it clear? Okay. Dosadi Chatuka. Now we have Tinamida, right? Tinamida, which we could call it Tinamida Dukkha, these two cetasikas, Tina and Mida. Okay, there are two cetasikas, but they have the same naya. So when do they arise together? Okay, Tinamida, they arise in akusala, or we can say akusala sasankarika. Akusala sasankarika, how many? 5. Yes. 5 akusala sasankarika. Okay, don't just say sasankarika because there is also kusala sasankarika. Right? There is kusala sasankarika. And kusala doesn't have the tinamida. Tinamida is akusala cetasika. It only arises in the akusala cittas. And among the akusala cittas, it only arises in the sasankarika cittas, not asankarika cittas. Remember? Remember sasankarika cittas? Cittas that occur because of some, what was the word? Some type of Is it this one or this one? I think it's this one. No? Okay. Looks okay. So Tinamida only arises in 5 akusala sasankarika cittas. Finish. Also easy. Only arises in 5 cittas, does not arise in 84. Okay.
Can you divide
5 akusala? Okay, akusala, we have, you see, 8 lobamula citta. Remember? You have, of these, we have 4 sasankarika. 4 sasankarika. Then you have 2 dosamula cittas. Only one of them is sasankarika. Remember? Yes. Mohamula cittas. Mohamula cittas, no sankara, right? No sankara. Then, remember there were some opinions, they say, if you have to divide it into sankara or sasankara, then you put it as asankarika, mohamula cittas, because they arise very easily without without any, how to say, forgot the word. When you incite, huh? Prompting, without prompting, yes. Internal prompting, remember? External prompting. Yeah, okay. Okay? So these 5 chittas, you see, have tinamida. Tinamida dukkha, we have 1 naya. Yes, sometimes, that's true. Sometimes together, right? Sometimes together, yes. Thank you, Bante. Sometimes together. So sometimes is kadachi yogi or aniyata yogi. And then together means sahayogi. Saha, together, no? Saha, with. Okay? Okay, no? Sometimes together. Tinamida. So this means that sometimes these chittas, sasankarika, too loud. These chittas, sasankarika, sometimes do not have tinamida. Okay? Okay. Now, vichikiccha. Vichikiccha cetasika. Vichikiccha arises only in the vichikiccha sampayutta citta. Yes, only 1 citta. Finish. So it occurs in 1, does not occur in 88. Very easy. Only in its own citta. Right? Vichikiccha sampayutta. Okay? Supavasu? Finished akusala. Chasattva. 66. Chasattva. Panchapanyasa 55. Ekadasa 16. 16. Sattati 70. Visati 20. Pakinaka vibhajita. Without pakinaka. 66, 55, 11, 16, 70, 20. These are the. This is the for pakinaka citasikas. Pakinaka samgaha. Sorry, sir. This is the pakinaka the sampayoga. Here, Panchapanyasa 55. Chasati 66. Now, Atta Sattati 78. Atta Sattati, you see? Atta Sattati. Tisattati 73. Ekapanyasa is 51. 51. Ekuna Sattati. 69. Yeah. Sapakinaka, with pakinaka. These are the chittas, no? Remember Vitaka, Vichara, Dimokha, Virya, Piti, Chanda here. The numbers.
What is this?
Huh? These are the pakinakas. This is a gatha which shows the numbers of chittas without pakinakas, according to their order. Vitaka, Vichara, Dimokha, Virya, Piti, Chanda, you see? And these are the chittas with pakinaka. Without pakinaka, with pakinaka. Huh?
Opposite one.
Yeah, what we did over here, you see? What we did over here. This, what we were doing over here, you see?
Yeah.
Vitaka 55, 66.
Vichara, I didn't put 6655. This is okay. So there is this gata in the Abhidhamata Sangraha. So if you want, you can memorize it just as.
The last one.
Here. Okay? Those numbers. With the Pakimeka somewhere. Okay. Now, Sobana. Sobana Citasikas, we have Sobana Sadharanas, Sobana Sadharana. How many Citasikas? 19. Okay. Sobana Sadharana, they are rising all Sobanas. How many Sobana Cittas?
Sobana Citta 25.
No?
No. 59.
Sobana.
What is your question?
Huh?
What is your question?
Sobana Cittas.
So, 59 Citta?
Sobana Cittas. How many Sobana Cittas? Remember here you have Akusala Cittas and Ahituka Cittas altogether.
24.
30 Asobanas. These are Asobana.
Asobana 30.
30 Asobana. And the other 59, 59 are Sobana. Okay? You understand?
Yeah. Yes.
59 Sobana. How many Sobana?
59.
59 Sobana Cittas. Sobana. 59 Sobana Cittas, Sobana Sadhara. So in all these 59, you have the 19 Citasikas. So they arise in 59 Cittas. They do not arise in 30 Cittas. Easy. Okay. So 19 Citasikas, only one knife. Only one knife. So I sent you a message with my notes. Yeah, everything is already there, the numbers and all. Okay? Yeah, I sent. Article? Then we have now Virati, right? Or Asadharanas. Asadhara Citasikas. We have Virati.
We have
3 Viratis. Okay.
2, 5, 6.
What are the 3 Viratis? Samavasha, Samagamanda, When do they arise? When we either avoid, remember there is like an occasion for doing unwholesome and we avoid it. We abstain from doing unwholesome. Or when we undertake sin. Okay? So Virati, there is, remember Sampatta Virati. Sampatta Virati. And then Samadhana Virati. These are the 2 we just said. Sampatta is when you have an occasion and you abstain. Samadhana is when you undertake precepts. And then you have Samucheda. Samucheda Virati, which is the Virati in the Magachittas. Magachitta, right? 3 types of Virati. So this information helps us fill over here. So Virati, they occur in Sampatta Virati, for example, when you abstain from papa.
Yes.
These are Mahakusala Chittas. Okay? So you have 8 Mahakusala Chittas. And when you do Samadhana, it's also 8 Mahakusala Chittas. Okay?
Yes.
8 Mahakusala Chittas, they arise sometimes separately. Only one of them will arise. If you abstain from lying, only samavachara will arise. If you abstain from killing, only samakamanta will arise. If you abstain from wrong livelihood, then only samajiva will arise. Even if it's killing, but if it's related to your livelihood, then samajiva will arise. Okay? So 8 Mahakusala, sometimes separately. Okay? So far? And they also, so this covers samadhana and sampata. Then samacheda is in the 8th lokuttara actually. You have 4 maggas and 4 palas because as a result of the magga, the result of the magga is the same. If the magga is first jhana, the pala is first jhana. The citasikas that are in the magga also appear in the pala, in its result. Remember? Remember this principle? Kamavachara cittas may produce result right as a different result. You understand? A different result. For example, jnana vipayutta chitta or even jnana sampayutta chitta may produce jnana vipayutta chitta as a result, as a vipaka. You remember? Omakati hetuka kusala karma produces jnana vipayutta vipaka. Dvihetuka patisana. Kusala vipaka.
Can be.
And if it's ukata, dvihetuka ukata, then it produces dvihetuka patisana. So the result may vary, or akusala chittas have akusala chittasikas, but their result do not have those akusala chittasikas. So it's different. It's not the same chitta. Okay? But apana chittas, which they are also called jhana chittas, right? Jhana chittas. They produce a same result as the chitta is the same. Okay? A mirror image. Mirror image. Like a mirror image. Okay?
But the mirror is
You heard it. Okay, so there is like this kind of like a principle. So here we have viratis. They arise in the magga chittas and in the pala chittas. So these are the samacheda virati. They arise in the 8 lokuttaras and they arise always in those chittas. And they are always together. Not only they arise always, but they are also together. Okay? Virati in Mahavipaka? No. See, Virati arises in Mahakusala.
only
Mahakusala. Mahavipaka doesn't have Virati. Okay, as a result. Mahakirya. What about Mahakirya? No, because Arahant, he doesn't need to abstain from any wrongdoing. So Virati does not arise in Mahakirya. Okay?
Yes.
So only Mahakusala. And in the jhanas, why there is no Virati? Because we are not abstaining from anything. There is no, at the time of jhana, the misconduct has already been suppressed with the defilements, right? So there is no restraint. There is no such abstention.
in the jhana chittas.
But they do arise in the Magga Chitta, and then in the Magga Chitta they are all together. Then when you see the Noble Eightfold Path all together, right? Remember? All those factors arise together. Only sometimes Vitaka may not be present. Right? That's the only one. Sometimes you have a seven noble path. Sevenfold noble path. Not eightfold. Okay? Sometimes sevenfold. Okay? Virati? So they arise in 16 chittas. And they do not arise in 73. 89? No. Yes. 73, right? Did I do it right? 89. Okay, 79, 76. 76. No, 73, no? Okay. So this one is 2, see? For this rules applies. For this rules applies. So if someone asks, do Virati arise together? Then you will say sometimes together. In the Mahakusala, always together. In the Lokuttara. Depends, no? Depends.
When the Virati cetasikas arise in the Lokuttara Chitta,
They are always together. And then in the Lokuttara Chitta, what are they doing? They help jnana destroy the defilements to prevent misconduct. So they destroy the possibility for misconduct in the future. This is why Sotapanna will not kill, for example. Not possible, no? That possibility was destroyed. And then these cetasikas do part of this function in the Magga. And then as a pala, is just the result of Magga. So they are also present over there as a result. Okay? So sampatta, samadhana, samucceda. Continue. After virati, we have apamanya. Apamanya cetasikas, we have 2. Let me put here the number of nayas for naya. Virati, we have 1 naya. Asadharana, okay, 1 asadharana. Virati, 1 naya, right? 1 naya. Kamavachachita, okay. Apamanya. Which are apamanya cetasikas? Remember Brahma Viharas? Brahma Viharas. We have Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Remember, what is this Upekha? Tataramaja Tatha, not the Upekha Vedana. Right? It does also occur with Upekha Vedana. It's a 5th jhana. But it refers mainly to Tatramaja Tatha. Remember? That neutrality towards beings. Okay, so we have these 4 Brahma Viharas. Metta, which cetasika is this? Adosa. Yes, Adosa cetasika, which we have already seen. It's in the Sobana Sadharana, 19 Sobana Sadharana. It's already there. We have already done the Naya of Adosa. Karuna and Mudita are here. Apamanya. So, okay, Apamanya. And then Upekha is what? Tatarmaja Tata Cetasika. And, okay, yes, and Upekha Vedana, for example. So we don't need to do Naya of them. Already done, right? So these Apamanya, only 2 cetasikas appear. Even though there is 4 Brahma Viharas, only 2 cetasikas appear. So what is the Naya? What do you think? Akusala cittas? No. Ahetuka cittas? No. Kamavachara sobanas. Mahakusala cittas? Yes, right? So we have them in 8 Mahakusala cittas. What? Always? Sometimes? Yes, sometimes we have Kusala cittas, for example, without Karuna, right? Sometimes you have Kusala cittas without Karuna, without Mudita. So 8 Mahakusalas sometimes separately, yes. Sometimes separately. Sometimes separately. Mahavipaka. What do you think? Mahavipaka? No, not in Mahavipaka. Mahakirya? Yes. Arahant can have these cetasikas, right? So 8 Mahakirya, also sometimes separately, you see? I'll put as the same. Sometimes separately. What about now Rupavachara cittas? Yeah. They can appear in some of the jhanas. Which of them? Rupavachara first. Rupavachara, we have 5 jhanas. These cetasikas, they don't occur with the Upeka Veda in the 5th jhana. They occur in the 1st jhana, 2nd jhana, 3rd jhana, and 4th jhana. Yes. So you have, but don't put 11 first jhanas. No, because they are not in Lokuttara Chitta. 11 includes Lokuttara, right? So we have, yes, you have 3 first jhanas, 3 second jhanas, 3 third jhanas, 3 fourth jhanas, 5 jhanas, no, okay. Yes. So 6, 9, 12. Because Arupa Vachara Chittas, no Karuna, no Upeka. Because these Chittasikas only take living beings as object. Arupa Vachara Chittas take their own objects, right? Akasanancha, Vinyanancha, Kinchanayatana, Nivasanana, Sanayatana. Huh? No, living, the Panyati, the concept of living beings. Take only concept of living beings. And then Lokuttara Chittas do not have Apamanya Cetasikas. Nibbana as object, you cannot have compassion towards Nibbana. May Nibbana be free from suffering? No, right? Cannot, right? You understand? So these 12, we can call them what? 12 Lokia. What we call them? 12. Maybe we can call them 12 Lokia. Sukha Sahagata jhanas. Huh? Make sense? 12 Lokya Sukha Sahagata jhanas. Let me see how I have it here. You have my notes opened? No. These are Rupa Vachara. Yes, Lokiya Sukha Sahagata jhanas. Yes. Okay, Lokiya Sukha Sahagata jhanas. Which are these 12? Not 12 Arupa Vachara. 12 Rupa Vachara over here. Rupa Vachara. Rupa Vachara. 3 first jhanas. 3 second jhanas, 3 third jhanas, and 3 fourth jhanas. These are the chittas, okay? 5th jhana, then apamanya do not arise. these two appamanya. Okay? Do you follow?
For vipaka, because of metta, you take
Metta is a dosa, no? Metta can be in vipaka chitta dosa.
because of you take metta when you develop jhana, then after that you you die, then you take that object.
Yes, ma'am?
So we will change the number to 28 and we will open very slightly this hands
Okay.
just to then you can observe it whether has to be recorded. It's coming.
So 12 loka sukha sahagata jhanas, okay? Don't put just sukha sahagata jhanas because there is also lokuttara sukha sahagata jhanas, right? So you have to say lokiya sukha sahagata jhanas. Then it covers. It's clear. Sukha sahagata jhanas cannot be arupa vachara. Only rupa vachara sukha sahagata jhanas, right? So then it's okay. Now on these 12 they also arise only sometimes, right? Separately. Sometimes separately. So you can put here the same, you see? Sometimes separately. If you're taking anapana as object, then karuna is not arising, cannot arise. Only with satapanyati as object. Okay? When you're developing Brahma Viharas. Okay? Appamanya. So we have one naya for these two cettasikas. One naya. One naya for two cettasikas. Okay? Supavas. Now, last one, no? Panindriya. Panindriya. We have just one cittasika panindriya. Now, where does panindriya arise? We have akusala chittas, no panindriya. Ahituka chittas, no panindriya. Now, mahakusalas. Yes, we have 4 with jnana, right? Jnana sampayutta. And then vipaka also 4 jnana sampayutta. Kiriya also 4 sampayutta. So 12. 12 in the kama vachara. And then rupa vachara all have jnana, right? Yes. Arupa vachara all have jnana. Lokuttara all have jnana. So we have altogether, you see how many? 12 in the kama vachara, and we have 35 appanachittas. Altogether, 47. This is a useful number if you can remember. 47 chittas have jnana, panindriya. And then how many don't have? 49. No, 42. 42. 42. 42 do not have. Okay, this is the sampayoganaya.